Hi there, Ron here, Variable Play, and welcome to another open game night.
I love this. Hey, I'm
What's
Denmark.
up? What's up?
I love this. That was awesome, though.
Yeah, because it
Well,
did it didn't
I
automatically.
know, I know. Hello to
Hi,
everybody.
hi, hi. We have
Hi.
viewers.
Hey, if
Hello.
if you're here, can you please share because we want more options in this topic.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Mm-hmm.
it's just gonna be 10 games, but we wanna hear.
No, no. I think we
We
can
can do
do like
more. Two
two
each.
each if you want. If you want.
Fine. Okay, so but the more the merrier. So if you guys
Or I can just extend the list.
no, we can do 5.
So five. So we can do like 10.
And then we ask them. And then the people's opinion. We can do
Yeah,
that.
sure, 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 sure,
All
sure,
right.
sure.
So we're gonna be talking about stocking stuffers, meaning a board game that can fit in a Santa Christmas stocking.
Yeah, the
We
one
don't have
there
one
there are
here.
ones that fit my size.
It depends. It depends
So
who you're gonna
so
give it
that's
to.
my that's if you're gonna give me some board game gifts, that's stocking
so
stuffer.
so we're gonna have 5 of those, right? Cool. All right. So before we get to that, I know there's still game days, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a pause? Of course you will, right?
I don't know.
24 is a
If
Tuesday.
24 is a Tuesday, then that means that we're gonna play on the 23rd.
Oh, okay. All right. So there's gonna be a semi
Yeah,
pause,
yeah,
but
yeah.
you know. So what have you been playing?
Well, okay. So yesterday I wasn't able to play because I was stuck with
Work.
some work. Um, but the week before that,
Yeah.
what did we play? Uh, I got to play Inferno. So, uh,
Hey, Bob.
hey Bob. So I got to play.
Oh,
Uh,
is this the one Dante's Inferno?
yeah,
It's
yeah, yeah.
Euro.
Yeah, worker placement.
Okay.
Worker placement. You are ushering these souls
To hell. Different
uh,
layers of hell.
to
Oh, I
the
love
different
it.
layers of hell.
I love it.
Um, and and um, and they're helpless. You know, you're just sort of like, oh, you want to go where? Oh, so you you enter here and then you skip over because there's somebody there. You skip over that one, you go to the next one, then
No,
you go.
no, but seriously, what are you? You're a guide
No, so you're these powerful families,
in hell.
um, sort of in hell with relatives, sort of alive, and then also
Hey, that.
has relationships with people in hell,
Okay,
something like this.
so that's who you are, and then you're trying to usher.
Oh, you're just trying to get the most points by sending the most souls in different
Hey,
areas
Earth.
of
Instead of
hell.
just scattering them, there's no way of going. Oh, you're too evil. You go to this way. You're that evil. You go to that
Oh
way.
no, so they already have a destination. They know where they need to be, because that's sort of already sort of their circle, right? So this soul, it's a prideful soul, so
In the
they're
pride circle,
yeah, yeah. So they're already gonna be in that,
and
yeah.
then you just want them to find a
But
seat
as
or a
you
place.
move them along, depending on where they're landing, that's the worker placement action space that you can trigger.
All right, all right,
Yeah,
okay. So you're using the souls to do actions.
yeah. So you're doing that to do actions, which you get to do down up on Earth, and you send your family members, but
To hell.
to the different locations,
All right.
to the different locations. But the best thing is that um, there are times where you've dispersed everyone, and you will one of the things to get your people back is you're gonna accuse one of your family members.
Very evil game. I love it.
And send them to jail. So they're gonna be locked up in your tower,
It's like
which
Istanbul.
again you will save them. But because now you have a scapegoat, there's a there's actually a theme connect. Earl can probably explain it better. I am explaining it purely from a mechanical
Yeah,
view.
but that mechanic was from Architects of the West, right? You bring people to jail and then you bring them out also.
Yeah, so you bring one person, like you sacrifice one person so that everybody can get out. Is kind of the mechanic, and then depending on what you can access. But in the end, though, which is the main crux and difficulty of this game, is the fact that yeah, great, you can understand how to do the worker placement, But then there is these tracks,
Mm-hmm.
and you're trying to progress these tracks, and hopefully to the point where you can put one of your scrolls, which is like your seal, so that you can actually score.
So it's tapestry. All
so
right,
so
fine.
it's like, okay, all this effort, and then you're like, ah, I get it, I get it. I'm not gonna score anything.
Crap.
Yeah,
All that
but
work for
I
nothing.
I I I like it. It is colorful. It is really nice art, nice details. The miniatures are fantastic. Yes,
Yeah. So it's a team by Dante's Inferno, right? So I
and
got that
The
one.
Medici history.
And
Yeah,
Earl was saying it's the sin track. Whoever has the most sins. Oh, cool. So you're killing
yeah,
them even in hell. Okay. Cool.
yeah. Yeah. You wanna rate how well of a sinner
You are?
them, the souls.
Okay.
And the family is accumulating. So the Medici family, of course, is accumulating a lot of wealth in doing so.
Okay.
So they have this even an exchange rate for
Souls.
not souls, but the real world money, and the money that's uh given to the dogma, the that's given to the boatman that
The
ushers the,
one of
yeah,
fairies.
yeah, yeah.
And the
So
river stakes.
yeah.
Okay.
So there's even exchange rate for that one. There's
So that
always a
it's not
trade.
2 coins.
Yeah,
Okay, it's not two coins.
yeah,
I
yeah.
always thought it was two
So it's
coins.
fantastic, and I really like the worker placement track, sort of like you see the available souls, they have colors, and you're going like, okay, that's going there, but there's this sort of skipping mechanic. So if there's a soul that's currently standing, the next person will skip over that.
Okay.
So you have this grid, circular grid. So you so often than not, when you make a move, it's helping the next person.
Okay.
So you're always like, yeah, but then that means you're gonna score this.
So it's like one of our games, right? It's like whatever you do, you're losing.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much, pretty much. That's the game, and you're still at the very end. Like, I'm still trying to figure out how to make a score.
That's sad.
Yes, but it is fantastic, and I'm willing to play it again.
How long is it?
It's not that long. At least
Hour and a
from
half?
maybe.
Oh, I can take that.
Yeah, yeah. It's not that long
I can take
because
that.
the beauty of it is that it's the speed is declared by the players.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever somebody accuses and basically that blames that one family member to send them into their tower, Dante would progress. So the clock
The
is
timer will
dictated
progress, right?
by players, and I think there's 10 steps.
Mm-hmm.
So in essence, it could be like 10 to 15 to 18 rounds, maybe at most.
Mm-hmm.
It's just gonna progress really fast. So
All right.
yeah.
So that's Dante's Inferno, right?
Yes.
Uh, on that note, that's what I played. Cat Between Us, what Bob is saying. So it's funny because when Ron saw this game, he was like, "Dude, this is your game." I'm like, "Okay." It's more of a numbers and
Yeah.
trying to find whatever's the least. I don't know how to describe games that I like. It's more of mitigating all the screw ups that might happen the most possible way that you
Yeah.
could.
It's hand building by manipulating the values of your hand,
Right.
but you can only do so little to
So
influence that.
so you have it's called Cat Between Us. It's from
Hmm.
Japan, right?
No, Taiwan.
Taiwan. Okay, so it's from Taiwan. And basically you have 7 suits of cards, each with 7 cards. That's 49.
Six suits,
Six
seven
suits,
cards.
7 cards,
Yeah.
42 cards.
Yeah.
And what you're trying to do is at the start of the game, there will be a dictated value. So it could be 20, 27, 30, whatever that value is, no? And then from your hand of suits, there's gonna be a mix of the different suits with different numbers from 0 to 6. What you do is on your turn, you get one card and add it to one suit. It doesn't matter if the suit, the one that you're gonna add matches the suit. It doesn't matter. Its value is what matters. So let's say I have a 6 in my hand. I'm gonna put it in the green flower or green leaf suit. Now every green leaf in your hand is valued at 6. So the game is you have to reach the target number without going over, right? Or
Mhm.
closest to the
Yeah.
target number
Yeah.
without going over. So each suit can only hold two values. So if I place 6 on the green and then Ron adds a 2 on the green, that's already a closed
Yeah.
suit. It's gonna
Yeah.
be valued at 8. Therefore, all the green cards that you have will be valued at 8, and your target number is 27. So if you have four eights, four greens, that's a 32. You have to get rid of one.
Well, hopefully you've anticipated that.
So
Yeah.
it's more of like a math trying to um that's what I'm saying. It's like mitigating risk or
Yeah. Yeah.
calculating
Yeah. Yeah.
risks
Yeah. Yeah.
of how are you gonna find a way that you're not gonna go over or you're gonna be
It's
exact.
it's really this mathematical predicting game that some people are going to be quite good. But even if you're not great at it, uh, or at least you think you're not good at math,
It
it's
doesn't matter.
because it's also still random as
It
to how
is, it is.
players are behaving. It's never really a constant thing, and that's why I like the catch up mechanic.
Yeah, the more cards for the winners, so it's more difficult for them to manage the
Yeah,
game.
yeah.
But I think the crux of the game is, am I gonna use this card so that I'll be closer to the target number, or I'm gonna sacrifice it so that it's gonna be another number for other people
Yeah.
that's actually the tension of the game. Where will I place this card? Do I put it in my hand to add it so that it'll be closer to the
Mm,
target value, or I lose it so that people so that it becomes a different value, but then my hand is safe.
yeah.
it,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
more of
Yeah.
that
And
risk.
even that decision of the first player, people would say, "Oh, the first player is the most handicapped," but they set the tone.
No, that's
They
right.
set the tone.
Me and my wife played it. She immediately played a zero, and then all of a sudden, I'm like, oh no, now my math has to add up again. If I place it there, that's a zero. It's just gonna be a 6 at maximum
Yeah.
because it's only gonna be a 6.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, what cards do I need to get rid of? What cards do I do?
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
reminded me more of my other game. It's called Songbirds. You
Mm.
know that grid,
Yes.
because
Yes.
you're gonna be giving them points, but you're getting rid of, do I add this for my final score or
But
do I give this
I
to add
think,
more
yeah, yeah.
scores?
So you're right. It's very much like Songbirds, but somehow this is easier to explain.
It's easier to explain, but it's more difficult to
It
play.
is. It actually is. Bob made that comment where it's using some part of the brain that you normally are not
No,
using.
okay, I can explain that. There are people, I think I'm one of those, I don't know, but who are constantly counting.
Okay.
Okay. It's either you're constantly counting efficiencies or you're constantly counting the shortest route or the shortest like this or
Okay.
the fastest like this, or you're just counting numbers, which are musicians too. You have a way
Yeah.
of counting. So
The
that's the part that people don't normally use because there's only few set of people who have that intelligence of counting or music. And that's what that game is doing, because every time you play a card down, all the values change. Now you're gonna
yeah.
start to count again,
Okay.
right?
Okay. Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
Okay, now
Maybe.
you're counting again. So it's kind of like that.
Okay. And then not only like counting, but like counting on like a it's permutating. No, it's not like a simple here's my count.
Right.
It's the here's the current count and what could be the count
Yes.
and hopefully
And
the
what
count
am I? What do I have?
and how screwed am I if I don't get rid of this one.
Yes. So it's more of that mitigation on your hand.
Mm,
But then again, whatever you throw, it might be positive for the other, detrimental for you because you could have used that card. So
yeah.
there can only be so.
Cool,
I
cool,
like
cool.
that game. So,
Awesome. Yes.
so that's okay.
Yes.
It's a small box game. Like I can like hold it this way, and it's just gonna be that.
Yeah.
And
Did
there's
you just
around
leave it?
60 cards. Yeah, I had to get rid of the box.
Yes, there
I
you go.
had the deck
Yeah.
box from
Yeah.
upper
Yeah.
deck.
Yeah. Last week that was like the only thing we were like, oh, to nitpick the box is too small.
Too small. It's too exact.
Yeah.
But that damn cat is so cute. That marker is so cute. You
Yeah.
can stare at it the whole time. Like, I'm
Yeah.
not a cat person, but this is so cute.
The art is fantastic. Brilliantly done. Brilliantly done.
Who was that who said Grabe naman yan. Napaka-cute naman yan para pahirapan yung utak namin. It's too cute for its own good. so,
Yes.
so we're gonna be talking about these games, right? We're gonna be talking about. So we wanna have your opinion also because Ron and I will give one each. We did not prepare a list, so it's gonna be coming off from our head.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna look and it's the category, but I don't have any list right now. So we're gonna be
So
doing.
yeah, so the way it's gonna work is that we've come up with a list of categories of
Where's the
types of
list?
gamers.
Wait.
Okay, types of gamers,
Where'd it
and
go?
these type of gamers
Oh, there.
uh probably is your in your game group, and we're gonna come up with a suggested
Because it's
game.
Christmas. We're
'Cause,
gonna gift
you
them,
know,
right?
even if it's that special type of gamer. So the first one, uh
Wait. If you cannot think of that one in your group, that's probably you.
yes, always the case.
I'm sorry, I just had to say it.
So in essence, this is like our
For me.
we wanted we wanted to do that Halloween episode, so we're
Right.
now squeezing it
We're
in.
doing it in
Okay.
Christmas.
All right.
Okay,
All right.
cool,
Cool.
cool,
Cool.
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 Hitting two birds with one
So
stone.
yes, perfect. So our first one is called
I'll say it. You just type it. The
yeah.
rules lawyer. So if you have a friend who really values the rules, right? So we need those friends, right? Because
Yes, because
the
they are
rule book is hell.
yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's difficult to keep track of everything. And you have this friend who's like, okay, we can't do that, we can't do this, we can't do that, we can't do that. No, and we need those people. Uh Sometimes it might be difficult to play with them, but most of the time you value these people because okay, now I know better.
Yep.
So
Yep.
if you have a rules lawyer friend, it says here a personality who brings a magnifying glass to game night and debates card interpretations like it's a courtroom drama. Hey, to be fair, there are a lot of rule books and games that are so vague. It's like,
Mhm.
what do we do with this? Did not mention anything. So if we have that, maybe we could give a game to our rules lawyer. What might you
So
give?
and then again, ideally it's a
Yeah.
stocking stuffer. So some small game. I would give a game that you actually don't necessarily like, but it is one of my favorites because um, it just has all of these fantastic rules and it works well with them. It's going to be innovation. Innovation, the card game, is
That's where you really need the lawyer. I'm serious.
yeah.
Those multi-use
Yeah.
cards.
So it is multi-use cards. You are building up this tableau of cards, but and it's in essence you're trying to build up these icons to gain points on this on your civilization, and you're building up your civilization. The unique thing about it is that it has mechanics that will move how you stack the cards. So
Going
you're
up,
stacking
going
them upwards, you're stacking them to the left, you're stacking them to the right. And depending on how you're doing that, the set
That's
of
your score.
icons will change and the mechanics will all change. And it's a very beautiful, uh, especially the newer editions. Again, in
They have
a
a new
small,
one. It's not that plain box with the word innovation in it in different
yeah,
fonts.
they have some like a little bit of an
Wow.
upgrade, and then there's a minis, sort of like a mini version of it, and it's also quite fantastic.
I
So
played it once or twice. I'm like, okay, I'm good. I don't think they needed one more version of it.
yeah.
Okay, Mike says my wife is the number one rules lawyer. She's a stickler for following the first player. Oh, see? Bawal ang random unless stated. Oh, see? We need
Yes,
those.
and let's state it otherwise.
Oh, wait. Oh, I
Okay,
had mine in my head.
okay, go.
Ayan, I lost it na.
Okay, sige,
Oh!
while you're at it, a very close one, and people know that we like this game. It's called Red 7.
Oh, okay,
Or
go.
do you want to take Red 7?
No, you go take
Okay,
Red
yeah,
7.
Red 7 is a card game, again about stacking rules. Uh,
It's the same game.
made by the same designer, Carl Chudik. So I'm guessing for rules lawyers, I would love that. But it is a, it is literally a game about changing rules. So you have a palette, which is your tableau of cards. you have the sorry, that's the canvas. The palette is your current rule, and it's normally associated with the colors. And the goal of the game is funny because the goal is to not be losing.
On your turn, you're supposed to be winning.
As long as you are winning on your turn,
You're
you
in the
get to
game.
pass it. You're in the game, and you want to be the last person standing, and that's how the mechanics work.
Hey, we wanna
Cool.
hear from you guys. Wait, I have my entry.
Go. Before that,
What?
we have Kyo.
Oh, okay.
Kyo.
Hey!
That was quick, bro.
Hey! You know, they call me 15-minute.
Okay.
Hey! Hey, folks. Tito Tio here. So,
Wait,
what's the
before I
topic?
forget mine,
Go.
a stocking stuffer for
I will
the
explain
rules,
the topic.
the rules lawyer.
Yeah.
Okay, you need to think of a game for a rules lawyer person.
Okay.
That's a size
That
of a
will-
stocking stuffer.
Yeah.
Before I
Gotcha.
forget mine is Pit. Have you played Pit?
Oh yeah, pit. Sorry, I thought you said spit.
No,
Like,
Pit. It's like you
not
get a set
sure.
of goods. You get a set of goods and
Yeah.
you're trying to complete a set.
Mhm.
So if you get, so it's like, let's say corn 1 to 5 cards, and then carrots 1 to 5 cards. You have to complete a set, and you do it by at the start of the
Trading.
game. You shuffle everything, you give to every player, and then you can trade. You can trade as many as you want. It's like 4 carrots, but you cannot trade two different goods. You cannot say 2 carrots, 2 potatoes. You cannot say that. It's just like one item.
And it's all or nothing.
It's all or nothing. It could be a bluff of 4 carrots straight, or if you accept it, you get everything.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
you cannot pick. So for a rules lawyer, because I tried being a rules lawyer in this game. It was chaos, bro. Because you're supposed to be, if the person who's giving you the, let's say he's saying 4 carrots, but they are different ones or not in the rules, you have to return it to them. And if you try to lawyer everyone, dude, it's gonna be chaos. So the reason why I picked this is because I want the rules lawyer to loosen up. You can't control everything. Just give it to everyone.
I thought you're the rules lawyer. It's your friend. You don't like them.
I'm teaching them, dude. Sometimes you can't control everything. That's fine.
that's actually my way of thinking too. You know, rules lawyers. Yeah.
So as soon as you get the set, like let's say 1 to 5 cards of carrots, you ring the bell like because it's stimulating a stock market exchange.
Mhm.
So as soon as you finish it, you press on the bell, you win.
Yeah.
So
yeah. It is a loud game. It is a loud
it's
game.
like, okay, 2 carrots. Oh, 2 carrots. Sino gusto mag-trade? Dalawang kamote. Hindi mo to kamote. Dalawang kamote. So you're trying to
Kamote!
get everything back.
Kamote!
Kamote.
Two
Dalawang
eggplants,
kamote
two
drivers.
eggplants.
Ito.
There was
Kamote!
a time I could not find that. I printed out animals. They're like cute animals like sheep, turtle, cow. Like, it was just like colors. And I made my own pit game. And it's still there at home.
Yeah. I have a version that is like pretend stocks
Yeah,
of
it's so
different
nice.
companies. Yeah.
I like that one. So,
And I like that there's the bell. You gotta have the bell.
yeah, ding, ding, ding.
Yes.
Do you have one, Kyo? Rules
Yeah.
lawyer?
Under Falling Skies, a solo game. Yeah, okay.
Pwedeng
Okay,
papir, pre. Ang
Abe,
galing nun.
okay. Diba? A
Yeah,
solo
slow
game.
clap. That is
Why?
the best.
Okay, this is how I think of it. If he likes rules, lawyering
Oh my
and making sure
God.
everybody
That was a
follows
great
the rules.
curveball.
It's always good to have him follow his own rules too while playing a solo game. It sounds kind of bad. It's like saying that taste of his own medicine, but you know, at one point he has to realize that okay, playing solo is pretty fun. No one else to guard, a rule guard, no one to guide anyway. I mean, just myself, and I will not fight myself regarding the rules because I
it's
want to win.
dangerous.
No, but
Dangerous.
now they're
Explain.
debating with themselves.
No,
Expound.
who was this? I'm trying to remember if it was someone from the solo board gamers. I think it was Clint who was or someone else who was saying na pwede mo naman dayain yung sarili mo. Reset mo na lang.
Which contradicts his rule lawyering. Diba? He will
No,
contradict that, and
but
then he'll
probably
realize, diba?
point
I shouldn't
point
cheat.
blank.
I shouldn't cheat. Diba?
But hey,
He'll
that
go
was
against his
good. And the one,
he'll go against his principles if he does that, diba? Oh, diba? Di
that was
challenging yung solo game niya.
that was
Mm.
Actually, any solo game, actually. Not just
Yeah,
Under
yeah,
Falling
that is true.
Skies.
That is true. That is true.
agree. All right.
Fantastic. Okay,
Next,
cool.
Cool.
people watching, you can type in what your rules lawyer stocking stuffer game is.
All right.
Okay,
So
next.
our next friend that we want to give a gift to, and the suggestion of what gifts to give, is going to be a little bit related to your rules lawyer, but a little bit different. This is the min maxer.
It is someone obsessed with
Oh,
efficiency.
okay.
They'll
Yes.
find the single optimal path to victory, even if it ruins everyone else's fun. Oh my god! I can start. I can start. I'll start. I'll start. Mine is Demon Worker.
Oh gosh.
Oh my
Yes.
god, that's a small game, but dude, if you really wanna min max, it's a very, very, very tight game. It's you have to min max all the resources that you need for your objectives to score mega points. You need to min max your resources for your workers to score points, and you have to do it in 5 terms while it's worker placement. So
Yeah. Yeah.
and it's worker placement, so you go to those tiles and you do the actions, but the thing is, if someone is there, you pay 2 resource. If there's
Mm.
2 people there, even if they're your same people, you pay times 2.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Times 3. So
So it hurts more
it's now
every
a
time.
constant debate of how do I min max and be efficient with all the resources that I have. It has to be exact that you have to do it. So that's my
I have a
excuse me,
good
that's
game.
my min maxer. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead, Kia.
Dice thrown, because dice is random. He cannot mini maximum because it's it depends on
Zero
the roll
chaos
of the
agents.
dice and that. But hey, you know what? If he's a min max, okay, again, probability is still part of his way of thinking. Okay, the probability of me getting maximum here, ganyan, which is fine. But dice really, really puts that thinking to the test, right? If I add, especially any RPG with dice, like if I add this
Yeah.
here, I'll be able to maximize my dice rolls with a minimum of roll d 1d4. So a minimum of one
Mm.
plus whatever I have will still pass. Whatever, that's way of thinking. But again, dice still random. Gives him a thing to consider at any random element in the game. So dice
Well,
thrown is
yeah.
one.
Yeah.
No, yeah, diba? Dice thrown helps.
Agree. It is random, but to a min maxer, it's probabilities.
Dice Throne is a good thing
Probabilities.
with the Marvel version, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I like.
I have the
It's good.
Marvel dice Throne. Okay, cool. Mine, we actually talked about it already, which is Cat Between Us.
Oh yeah. Oh
This,
man.
if you play
What?
this with the min maxer,
The
cat,
cat
Okay.
game. The
yeah.
cat game we
If
were.
you play Cat
Oh, the
Between
cat
Us with
game.
the min
Okay, yeah,
maxer,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah. The time of the game, the play time would probably quadruple because it
I
is a cyclic loop.
I had this suggestion. Your AP friend. There you go. That's your min maxer friend.
Yeah, yeah. We have already explained cat between us more than enough. But actually, the other one is vegetable stock,
Oh
uh,
yeah, I love that game too.
because it's again portable, a lot of math. It's
And
the
it degenerates into a negotiation game.
yes,
So there
yes.
goes
So
your min
your
max
min
out the window.
maxer,
Degenerates.
because so just scale it up a little bit, and it's like somewhat like Chinatown, right?
Right.
And a min maxer will negotiate not out of
Yes,
context
yes,
but
I
out
know
of
what you
pure
mean.
math.
I know what you mean.
Like, okay, no, our value is this and this because of this. If you
So
add these parts and you add this part,
so leave it there so we have a higher score. So if you don't get it, we're gonna crash.
yeah,
There.
yeah,
See, that's why I told you it degenerates into a negotiation game.
yes,
It doesn't become a min-maxing game.
yeah.
But yeah. The veggie stock is really good for that. Oh, that's nice. That's
Yeah.
nice. I want that one too.
Okay, cool. Next
Cool.
one.
Number three?
Number three is our friendly. You have our friends here, the social
Yeah,
butterfly.
here. personality. They're more interested in table banter,
Mm-hmm.
memes, funny accents, inside jokes than actually winning the game. So they just play to play and
Yes,
have
they
fun.
play to have
Meet
fun.
new
They're
friends.
there
Yeah.
because it's like, yeah, but oftentimes the times they're also the smartest at the table. So
And they just don't
and
know.
they
Mhm.
Oh yeah,
also
I can do
they
that.
don't care. They're trying to have everybody to enjoy, but at the same time they
Right.
always keep
But it's
winning.
difficult to do, ah. You're running the game and you're trying to be the social bar. It's tiring. Well,
Mm-hmm.
for me, who's
Well,
not
Unless
really an
who's yeah,
extrovert.
yeah,
unless it's your game you're teaching, like what
It's the same, bro. You're still
Denmark
gonna get
says.
tired.
yeah. But
Yeah, but you're
I
teaching your
know
own game
people
and you
who
win. Like,
are
oh,
yeah,
oh, you won.
really just there to enjoy and
Right.
to
Yeah.
experience. And of course,
What's your entry?
my entry for this is gonna be Alice is Missing,
Oh, okay.
because it's
Oh.
such a yeah,
That's what they
it
force you to do.
well, yeah, but this one is through social media. You have to uh, message your friends in that group. It's a very close tabletop game that's an RPG. There's a track that you listen to every few rounds. You will be drawing a card, which is a prompt, and you're trying to progress the story about Alice. And you guys are friends.
Do
Hmm.
So
you know that game? It's really a social butterfly game because the rule says you talk through text. But when you're in the table, you're
Truth.
doing two meta games. You're
Yeah.
metagaming the text and you're metagaming people because you cannot help but not talk with other people while
yeah,
you're
yeah,
also
yeah,
texting.
yeah,
Because you're picking up clues from them and
yeah,
cues from them.
yeah. And you have a public banter. You also have private banter.
Yes.
So
It's like a Jackbox game.
yeah. So Keo, for example, our best experience
Yes.
was we were all panicking and sort of like running after, chasing after this bad guy and being um sort of I'm chasing after where we could have found Alice.
Alice,
And at the side I'm like, Keo was like, why is he quiet? And then apparently he was having a full on, like,
conversation.
not a conversation, like a full on fight. Full on fight with one of the other players. Like, no, you left her. I loved
he
her.
became he became so involved.
It's like, you know,
Social
it gets to you, and yeah, the fact that it actually squeezes out all that emotion out of you,
Yeah.
considering that it is a game
It's a
through
very involved
text.
game.
It very involved game. Yeah, it's a very good point. That's a very good way of saying it. Very involved.
Yeah.
Tiring with your emotional.
Emotionally
You
invested.
playing with my emotions, but it's
You
fun.
left
It's
your
fun to again. It's a game where maybe, in my point of view, choice people, especially if you are very sensitive to some particular certain topics, diba?
Yeah, yeah.
It's a kind of game that really, for people to enjoy it better, is if people are that you play with really get into a game and still realize it's a game.
Yeah.
So you have to be self conscious
Yeah,
about what
and
you're doing rather than just doing whatever the game tells you to do and then just do it, and
right.
then you're not already realizing you're hurting someone else, diba? So
Right.
maganda if
Because right
you
from the bat,
timpla,
when you
yeah,
begin
a
the game,
little
there's a disclaimer. It really says there
yes,
if
there
you're
is.
sensitive to this topic, you might want not to play this game or you will have
No,
to
no, no.
be
So
cautious about it,
what
right?
is really interesting with Alice is Missing is that they actually spent more time before explaining any single rule all about the safeguards,
Right.
because
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
such
yeah.
a very involved game, plus the atmosphere and so forth. So really good, really good.
Right.
Kia,
What's
what
yours,
is
Keo?
your
Social
social
butterfly.
butterfly
Okay,
stocking stuffer?
hear me out. A social butterfly relies on a group of people with him to enjoy most of the time, right? My
Mm-hmm.
suggestion would be a two-player co-op game. Yes, he's a social
Okay,
butterfly. Why? But a two-player co-op game helps him understand a single person more. This helps him
okay,
understand how he should interact with people better, and also mingle with different kinds
Leo's always
of
trying to fix our friend, huh?
just because he's
You're
friend
not
doesn't mean
saying they're
he's got no
damaged. You're just
problems.
saying.
Well, I'm saying that they've got problems, and I'm here to help them. You will
Okay,
love this
okay.
game. Anyways, so
Go, go, go.
my game would be Sky Team. Sky Team is very
Oh,
new.
okay.
It's
Okay.
a two-player game. You're supposed the idea of the theme is that you're two pilots trying to land a airplane in certain
Without
conditions,
talking.
depending on what, without talking and with dice still. But the fact that you're playing with someone and only one person helps you with your communication, especially with this one that you're not talking. It gives you an idea of how
Mm.
people really think and what their angle of how to play the game is, and reverse psychology, it teaches that person too, that my friend, that okay, without talking, being the social butterfly that I am, I'm rooting for you. I want you to do the right choices, but you don't. So does that mean I have to make the choices for you? I don't know. I don't. Again, it's a balance between your emotional and your
There's
social.
so much.
Ano,
There's so much.
Dami hugot niyo ah.
again, it sounds weird. It's just like my Christmas horror game of what do you call that? Sheriff. Yeah.
It's
After realizing
it's
after a year,
and then we held hands.
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah,
then we
That
had
game.
yes,
Then we
yes.
held hands.
Oh, that is beautiful. I still love that game.
yeah.
I still haven't bought the production copy, but I should get one.
Was that couples
Uh,
game? The one
Fog of Love.
there we go, Fog of Love. Yeah, yeah. That's also a
Yeah,
good
No, but and
thing.
then we held hands. You cannot talk. Eh.
yeah, yeah.
You're just moving
Yeah.
this
You
these
you
cards so
you
that you
talk
can do the
after
beats.
the round,
Right.
right? You
And you
do.
can discuss.
Yeah.
Why did you do that? Well, it's like couples therapy game.
Yes.
I miss
Yes.
that game. Where
And
did
a
that
social
game go?
butterfly should really understand who this audience are. Because the more you understand every single one of your friends, the better it is for you when you're in a group, rather than
Correct.
generalizing your attitude. Now, okay, let's all have fun. Yeah, it was more like I'll cater to you and you because I know how you guys play. Diba? It makes him a professional social butterfly. What's the next
Okay.
evolution of
Stop.
butterfly?
I see.
Wala na.
Butterfree.
Butterfree name lang.
Butterfree.
Wala na.
Butterfree, butterfree,
Butterfree.
final evolution.
Si Butterfree
Social
na yung last
butterfree.
wala na.
All right. All right.
Ayun,
Okay.
that's my
Let's do
suggestion. Yeah.
our fourth one.
Fourth.
Our fourth one is a very important friend. We still support this person. And
I love
if you
this.
don't know someone
Makes me play
in your
faster.
group, if you don't know somebody in your group,
It's you.
that's a table flipper. It's likely you. Okay, we're not
We're not
judging
judging.
you. We're still loving you as a uh, friend
Player.
and our player.
Yeah.
And yes, yeah,
So here's
but
the table flipper. It says here, loses their cool at the first sign of betrayal.
yeah.
But you love
Why are
them.
you attacking me?
But you love them for their
Sounds
feeling,
familiar.
reactions, and passion. All right,
Yes,
cool.
yes.
You guys
They're
have
always
anyone?
fun, and they're always very involved.
Most of my gaming stories involves a table flipper. Most of my
Yes,
memorable involves a table flipper.
yeah.
And
It's
that
under
guy's
my
your friend. No, my table. That's
I know
5,000
how I
pesos.
work.
My monoblock table.
Wait, who's
No.
starting?
Okay,
Starting.
I'm gonna start
All
them.
right,
I'm
cool,
gonna start
cool.
them because
Table
actually,
flipper.
Go.
immediately, um, I was thinking of what happened with the incident with your wife. So they were playing Ticket to Ride. Ticket to Ride
No,
is you're laying
no,
Yeah, I
these
remember that.
trains
Trains.
on the board to create routes, and if you're able
It's
to
my
match
fault.
the route, then you're able to
Claim the
win
route.
claim the route and gets
Score
those
points.
points. So it's a very calm game. It's very calm. But the problem is that if you've taken a route, then the other person can no longer
effectively
take that
blocking
route.
them, right?
And since you're blocking them, and there was this moment where the table was flipped and all of the trains flew.
It didn't just flip. It started with we were playing on that monoblock or lifetime table. So what happened was first hit the table, everything comes up and then flip them.
So
There's
I'm
no score. No one's gonna score. As my wife would
Game over.
always say, kung di ako mananalo, walang mananalo.
so I
Kasama po yung binabato. Yes, kasama yan. In-explain ko na nga.
okay. So I have a perfect game for it. It's called Ticket to Ride, the
Ticket to
card
Ride!
game.
The card
Ride, the
game.
card
There you
game.
go.
But it's the card game. You can no longer flip the
Is
tables.
this a reverse of like what Kio's doing? Helping your table
Okay,
flip,
the-
right?
Yeah. Me,
Ron,
I'm
Ron.
using
You,
tools.
you have to
and
say with sleeves. Okay? Kala with sleeves.
With sleeves.
If he throws the cards, it has to be protected.
Yes.
Okay? With sleeves. With
Yeah.
sleeves.
So, so they would Ticket to Ride, the card game, is pretty much that same route building, but you're doing it through laying down cards, which has different
Tableau building.
colors on them. It's not
Set collection.
it's really set collection. You have this blind draw. You're drawing from a deck. You're trying to make a
Memory
set.
game.
Then you're laying down them on tracks, and these tracks go into this laid track pile that you can no longer see again. So it's a
You have to
memory
remember
game
it.
at the same time.
There's no more breads. There's
Like,
like 6
did
breads
I
already.
did I make the requirement to Dallas? It needs then you take the
That's it, the anxiety build up that way.
Yes, that's why the table flips. Like,
so
oh,
even if
damn
it flips, the game is safe. You can
Right.
easily
Safe.
identify your set. Yeah.
So we're thinking about the game, not the not the friend.
Yeah, the game.
yeah. Keep your game safe,
For a
folks.
friend.
Keep it's a game for your
Table
friend.
yeah,
There you go.
you come up with games that even if it's flipped, it's fine. You know, it's like
Right.
you can do magnetic chess, things like those. Those are
No damage done.
yes.
Cool.
All good. You can recount, no problem.
You have ano? Wait.
Don't
Pinapapaliwanag. Si Po binato niya.
don't put that on. Put it down. Put it down.
Si Po binato niya yung dice. Tapos,
I'm sorry, folks. We didn't mean to show
sorry.
that.
We read it the last. Sorry.
Hindi na ba?
It was too far. I can't read too much. I'm so sorry on my monitor. But, those
But that's a
those
good
types of
point.
games,
That's a good
right?
point. You know.
At least,
Yeah.
wait, to be fair, at least he got mad at the board and not on the other player,
Yes,
right?
yes.
So, damn you, game. Damn you. Not playing you anymore.
Tinuro niya lang naman. Tinuturo niya lang. It's pointing it out.
Right. Damn you, game. Alright. You have one, Kyo.
Masakit.
Yeah,
You have a table
Chicken and hot
flipper,
dog.
Stocking stuffer.
chicken and hot dog. If he's a
That's
table
mine.
flipper, let him flip something else.
Literally.
Literally, let him flip something else.
On the lines
Um,
of flipping things.
And here's the best part: the chicken and hot dog game doesn't really require a table. Oh, diba?
It's gonna get
If it
dirty.
lands, it's washable. It's
Alright.
washable. Okay, you know, to destroy your friendship over something that's not washable, that's fine. You know, don't worry, you can wash it off.
Mhm.
Wash it off. Diba?
Cool.
So yeah, I mean, understandable. It's a flipping game.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
a flip
Right.
the bottle kind of game.
Flip the hot dog.
If
But
first to
it's
6
a hot
points
dog.
wins, different kinds of flips will happen, and your friend who gets really pissed will get pissed at you, and then will throw the chicken or the hot dog to you. At least
And it's
it's
safe,
made
and it's
for
safe.
that.
And
It's made
it's
safe.
rubber.
It's made for that. It's rubber. If it hits you, that's up to you. Can you dodge?
Too much.
Yeah. See, no, it's called a dexterity game for a reason. So not just
Alright,
flipping, but
alright.
also dodging the chicken and the hot dog if the other team is already pissed at you for being so good at flipping hot dogs.
Okay, fine. If you guys are saving your table flipper friends, I'll enable them. My game
Enable,
for
okay.
my stocking stuffer is the mind. See, Ron just immediately looked at me and knew. He knew. If you don't know what the mind is, it's a card game that's 1 to 100 without any repeating numbers, and you have to complete like 10 or 12 levels. I can remember, but you complete it by not talking. So whatever level you're in, you gain that many cards, and you're supposed to play it in ascending order without talking. Remember when I was saying that you have to count in your head? This is that game.
Yeah.
So if you feel like you have number 3 and you feel like you're the lowest one, you immediately play it without saying anything or giving clues.
Mm.
And then the next person will do that. No? So kapaan talaga kayo. The thing is, when you play down a 3, the next person has the 1, and then everything's screwed up.
Then the table flippings
Iwan ka
comes
na, hindi
in.
mo mapindi agad.
How many times where the number 3 or the number 5 will get you in trouble because someone has a 1 or a 2 and did not immediately
Tinitingnan ko pa
play?
eh.
I have a 2. I'm not the lowest. What is the probability of that? Wait, hold on.
So it works both ways, right? You can table flip because of the person, and you can table flip because of the game. What about the game? There were many games where it's like 31, 32, 35, and then the next person, I have 34. What the hell, man?
Weren't you paying attention?
But if only looks can kill, a lot of people are dead because of this game. The mind
you,
and table
you not
flipping.
pay, you're not counting.
So yeah, when we first played that, we were thinking about what kind of a game this is, right? It's not a social deduction game.
It's a
not
social
a-
activity.
But
Actually.
really, in reality, it's a counting game. Because
Yeah, yeah.
as soon as the game starts, you're counting 1.
It's an
That's why you gotta do
icebreaker.
this. That's why you
Right.
gotta
Sync up.
sync up and hold the table. And,
Yeah. Because when I play, it's like, okay, start. I'm counting in my head. 1, 2, 3, 4. As soon as I reach it, okay, wala. Okay, next.
Yeah, but that's honestly that's the hack of it.
That's
As
the
soon
hack.
as soon as you do
but
that.
but
then-
not every player plays different, eh.
sure, sure,
They're,
sure.
they're gonna do it in different things, eh.
And their count might be different too.
Right. So that's my suggestion for stocking stuffer table flipper.
Nice, nice. Cool.
What's next?
All right.
Earl wants to
Okay.
test the game. Sure.
Which one? Which one?
The mind. The mind.
Oh man, be prepared.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
you're gonna have a
so
lot of memories.
Last one for the
Next.
night. Last one for the night. Just to bring it up. And in fact, so lore addict. So the person who's so not only are they looking at the game and just to play it, but they're really after the theme. They're really after the story, the existing uh, content that was there, and so yeah. So lore addict. Uh, we love these because they would even provide you context. When I teach a game, sometimes, especially if it's a game that I love, I would even tell, oh, so actually the setting of this game, this is blah blah blah, this is a storyline, and I haven't taught the game, but I've spent like 15 minutes explaining the world. So yes, lore
Story.
addict.
Okay.
Yeah, story time.
Ma-
Story time.
I actually have a nice suggestion for this.
Okay.
Time Stories, the blue set. Not the original
Oh,
one, that's too big,
because
that's
it's
too
the smaller
bulky.
Mm,
The smaller ones, they don't need a board. They actually just need a
Mm.
setup which is already in the card. And each story that they have at least 3 or 4 already by now has a different lore, different setting,
Mhm.
aside from the general lore of the whole entire series. But each
Mhm.
one has its own story, which keeps any lore addict thinking really good. Like, why would he do that? Okay, let's go here
Mhm.
based on what he likes to hear or what he thinks it's fun. Based on lore, he'll enact and really be in the RPG settings of that time stories,
Nice,
blues,
nice, nice, nice.
blue set, diba? Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
Cool, cool.
Which game? Sorry.
time stories,
Rewind.
blue set.
Time stories.
Time stories,
Time
blue
story?
set.
Oh, cool.
Not
Cool,
the
cool, cool, cool.
not the white one. The blue
Right,
set doesn't require a board.
Yeah, because
It-
you
it's
don't
just,
need-
just a
yeah.
setup. Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
There
Did
you
you,
go.
did you say yours already?
Not yet, not yet. Okay, all right. My one, I could have done. I realized that I could have reserved Alice's missing here, but
We can redact
I
that.
know it's fine. It's live though. So there's so
We
but
can edit
I
it later.
think sure. Um, Actually, in terms of the one that triggers like a lot of the conversation, it it shouldn't be this big of a box. So you can actually put this in a small box, and yet it would still pan out fine. And I would suggest Red Rising.
Oh, okay.
So
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
so it's a weird caveat. I know I'm kind of hacking the
You're
game here
cheating.
because but it really shouldn't be
It's
that big of a box. It didn't need to be that big of a cards, and yeah, you can travel with it with a small box.
it's
But
Hunger Games, the card game.
yeah, it's Hunger Games, a card game, and in space, and there's this whole
In
lore. There's a lot
space.
of art in it.
In
In
space.
space. So that's one. Just because there's so much content, but the main one that I would really suggest, but it's a little bit harder to find because in essence it's out of print, and that's why I had to do two. It's always gonna be Space Hulk Death Angel,
Oh,
because
oh.
if you want
Oh,
that reliving that moment of you have that single last Marine, everybody's dead. You read the
Last man
intro. You read the
standing.
intro, and you're going like, this game shouldn't be hard. And the intro already tells you the probability of how many of your people will be dying at this game, and how much is gonna survive. At the very intro of the game, it's already telling you that probability, and it's pretty accurate. And then you're in that last person, and then finally that last person somehow magically rolls consecutively the skulls and just keeps hitting
It's one of the
an alien,
21
an
ano.
alien, and then you win the game for some weird odd reason. I know you've already cheated a few rounds before. You
solo
all high
game.
five. It's okay. The rules lawyer is not in the
It's not with us.
What do you call
Yeah,
those in the Warhammer? The son of the Emperor, the 20 Prime.
the Primarchs.
It's one of those, right? The Primarchs is
Primarchs.
one of
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
Primarchs.
Yeah.
So
No, no, you
So
in not
yeah,
Primarchs.
brother
It's just
Gideon, you've
regular
saved my
soldiers.
ass
Yeah.
many times.
You got
But yeah,
chaplains.
that's
You got regular soldiers. Yeah, but
Yeah,
everyone's a specialty. No one's a Primarch. If there were a Primarch there wouldn't be the game. they're like
they're
demigods.
gonna be gone instead.
yeah, yeah.
That's
Again,
like what I was saying.
lore,
Lore.
lore.
Here,
You
like
know,
that.
I
Red
was
Rising.
gonna suggest. Hold on, I'll be right back.
Oh,
Oh,
he's gonna get one. Okay, while Kyo will get his bonus game, I'll give my entry.
Go. G-
Mine is a little cheat. It's a little bigger, like slightly bigger from a stocking stuffer, but it's gonna be Arkham Horror LCG, which can
Oh,
also fit into.
sure, sure. I would accept this because you can bring it,
It can just bring it in. It's just a
and
big box,
technically speaking, if you're just gifting them an expansion,
right?
it's gonna be a
It's
small box.
a blister. Do they call it blister pack?
Blister pack,
Yeah. So if
booster, blister pack.
booster, yeah. If you want lore and this is I like
Cthulhu.
Arkham
Yeah.
games
Oh
because
my
they tell
goodness.
great stories,
Yes.
right? And I like it that you're starting 2 steps back from winning, and I like that part. But when it comes to storytelling, I think the card game makes the best out of all of
Yes.
those.
Yeah.
Even the flavor text, even the way that you're playing the game, even the theme of every character that you have, and the things that you can add on to your deck
Mhm.
with that character, it fits.
How your character, the deck that you've created, progresses over your
Yeah.
plays, the scars, and now whenever now you are in a new mission, you're in new challenge, and then your horror, your trauma
Weakness.
comes up.
Yeah.
Your trauma comes up, and it brings you back to that moment when you first got it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're like, oh
yeah, I
man,
got this.
this is the one that
I
killed
got
us on
this
their
from the
first game.
flood. Yeah,
And
yeah.
and one of the memorable games that me and my brother played was Arkham Horror when we were in the train.
Yeah,
That episode, cause it's not gonna be a spoiler or maybe spoiler, but in essence that you're trying to find or get this person while the train is being swallowed into the void, and you have to do it.
Wow.
So it was like, and we got to the point
Thematic
where it was
talaga,
like
no?
make or break, and
Yeah.
someone gets swallowed, you survive, whatever. It's that story. And then after the game, we still talk about it. Even up to now, it's one of my core memories in board gaming because of that certain story of that train. And
Mhm,
it was
mhm.
really an awesome time when we were playing. It was late into the night and we were sleepy, but while it was happening, we were like, "Oh no, we can do this! We can do this!" And then A nice story ended.
Yeah.
It was great.
I've lost uh
You don't
many
mind
Arkham.
losing, right?
Yeah.
Because
I've lost Arkham horror games, and even losing gives you this fantastic twist
story.
in story, and then you're
Yes.
going like you're shouting at at the police, "Hey, they were just there. It was all there." And they're like, "No one's there.
And then you
What are
can
you talking?"
imagine like,
And just the
baliw na ako.
right?
No one's
in
talking to me
Yeah.
right
in real
now.
life, IRL.
But yeah,
Yeah,
if you want that's one of the better lore
that's
games out there.
excellent. Have you finished all the stories, Denmark,
I
of that
finished three
game?
arcs.
Wow.
Three arcs.
Yeah,
Three
until
arcs.
the purple
Wow.
one with circle of
Cool.
for the drawing was they were in a circle stone or no wait
Nice.
no that's not the third. I think the third one was they were in the South America where they were. Yeah, I think we finished that one.
So you were gonna add
That's
one,
nice.
Keo. Ah,
Space Marines,
Spice
the board
Marine.
game. If you're able to
Spice
find this
Marine.
game, this thing is again similar to Ron's suggestion of Deathwing.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Death what? Death Angel. Because
Death
Deathwing
Angel.
is the digital version of that game, first person view.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, this Space Marine has got everything scenario based, lore,
Right, right.
two players, but it's still mission based. So everything is thematic. Again, flavor text wise, everything else. I haven't even opened this yet. It's up for grabs. Up for grabs. Why?
Wow.
Oh, okay.
RFS? I don't
Okay.
know. We'll see.
Aabot ng bacon yan, donate ni Keo.
Whoa.
Oh, oh, wait a minute.
Please,
Tapos, pupulitikahin ni Ron. Kanya mapupunta.
Please join. Please join. So yeah,
Cool.
and of
Yeah.
course, my Dungeons and Dragons games
Right.
here.
Absolutely.
They're very, very
Yeah,
much.
yeah. Because
That's
you
why
just
I
need
have
pen
this
and paper.
dragon head right here. Oh, paper dragon head.
Wow.
New
Go, go, go.
semi hobby. Took me
What?
about 2 months to do that
Folding
part.
stuff now?
It's not even full, it's not even finished yet. Well, anyway, yeah. Again, lore
Awesome.
type, stuff, props, everything behind me. All because of my games and the themes that they relate to me. Yeah, The Witcher Old World. Wow,
No,
yeah,
you
that's
haven't
like
tried it, but
No.
it's
create
I
your
cool.
own
have tried
Witcher.
the Witcher, the previous one, which was
The
kind
first
of
one.
like really just set the board game where you just have this big. Here's the to do list,
So
Yeah, yeah.
Skyrim, the board game.
and you run around. You go to that spot, and you roll dice, and then get it, and then you
It's
go.
a sandbox type. Everyone for
Right.
themselves, diba? Yeah,
Yeah. Cool.
nice, nice, nice.
Awesome.
Okay,
So I hope that gave you and your very
Ideas,
special
right?
friends some ideas of what to give. Again, if you're not in the list, that means it's
You.
you.
There's no other way of putting it. If you
But we
can
still,
pinpoint who it is,
yeah.
you
If
point
you
this way.
don't know anyone, like I don't know a min maxer in our group.
This one.
There you go.
Right
There you
it might be you.
go. Might be. All right,
Might be.
fantastic. We hope that you guys have a very
I had
nice
fun with this
and
episode.
fun and joyful Christmas holiday.
Yes.
And again, another fantastic new year of gaming. We might have an episode still next week.
Yeah.
Maybe. We'll see. We'll
Yeah,
try.
we might.
Life happens. Um, but until next time, thank you everyone for joining. Bye.
Bye everyone.
Bye.
See you.